There was an elderly couple, and they had been married for over 60 years. They were at the Mass, and someone asked them the secret of their success. The man told how he was always treated his wife with respect and took her on trips all over the world. He said, in fact, for our 25th wedding anniversary, I took her to Beijing, China. Everyone politely applauded, and then someone asked, "What did you do for your 50th wedding anniversary?" He said, "I went back and picked her up." Dear friends, in Jesus Christ, the wedding ceremony described in today's gospel certainly got off to a late start, and it was the groom who was late. We cannot be sure of the precise form that the wedding ceremony took in the time of Jesus. It seems that it was customary for the groom to first come to the house of the bride late in the day and then to take his bride to his own house for a celebratory meal. Young unmarried women stationed outside the bride's house would go out to meet the groom on his arrival and then accompany the couple to the groom's house with lighted lamps. It was an important role. It had the practical purpose of lighting the way in the darkness, but also it provided a real celebratory atmosphere. In the parable, the five of young women had enough oil to keep their lamp burning in spite of the groom's delay. The other five had enough oil, provided all went according to plan, and the groom arrived on time. There was no point in the five who came prepared for the long haul sharing their oil with the other five because, as they said, there was not enough oil for all to last the length of the procession. It could have all ended disastrously. Jesus often looked out upon the day-to-day lives of people and saw something deeper than others saw. The story Jesus tells begins, "The kingdom of heaven will be like this." He recognized some dimension of God's kingdom in the ordinary experience of people. The daily happening of life spoke to Jesus about our relationship with God. The simple message that Jesus draws from the experience of this wedding party is, "Stay awake, for you know neither the day nor the hour." Stay awake in the sense of be attentive or be prepared. In the writing of Israel's prophets, God was often portrayed as the bridegroom and the people of Israel as the bride. In the gospel, Jesus speaks of himself as the bridegroom. On one occasion, when his disciples were criticized by the Pharisees for not fasting, Jesus replied, "The wedding guest cannot fast while the bridegroom is with them," clearly referring to himself. The first believers would have associated the bridegroom in the parable with God or with Jesus. The parable encourages us to be alert and prepared for the Lord's coming, and in particular, to be alert for the long haul. The wisdom of the five of the bridesmaids consisted in their having enough oil to keep their lamps burning for the long haul. There is a reading often read at your funeral masses from Paul's second letter to Timothy, where he says, I have fought the good fight, I have finished the race, I have kept the faith. Coming towards the end of his earthly life, Paul could say that he kept the light of faith burning for long haul until the end. We need a durable faith in these times. Every person's journey of faith has up and downs. Our faith can be strong at one time in our lives and very weak at another time. What matters is that we finish the race of faith, that we keep the flame of faith burning to the end. We keep the eyes of our faith fixed on the Lord, even when darkness comes over us and we wonder, where is the Lord? What is keeping him? There is a lovely line in today's responsorial psalm, on you I muse through the night. Being attentive to the Lord during the night, including the dark night of the Spirit, the nights of the Lord's seeming absence, is a vital part of our faith journey. Today's first reading reminds us that this attentiveness to the Lord, day in and day out, night in and night out, for the long haul, is always a response to the Lord's attentiveness to us. The Lord is always near to us when we seek him. He remains at the gate, the door of our lives, attentive to us even when the night seems long. He asks us to be faithfully attentiveness to him as he is always to us.